In a microsecond, they execute multiple trades, multiple hundreds, thousands, and it can go to any number.
So it's quite possible that this time the amounts being converted to dollars was such a large one that even the RBI got scared that this would create problems for the dollar. So again, it's a government body, a government appointed body, a gift city that is contributing to this scam.
Some blame must be taken by apps also, which give the illusion that FNO is easy, or the fact that it's like a game that can be won, because real money can be lost.
Hi, this is R.N. Bhaskar from Bhaskar Ki Business Baatein. We bring to you policy analysis, conversations, and occasional business stories. And today we have a conversation. And my conversationalist is Katya Naidu.
Hello, sir.
It's good to have you here, Katya.
Thank you.
She is an amazing journalist, years and years of experience. And I'm very happy that she agreed to come and explain to me things that I do not understand. And Katya, let me begin this discussion with just one question. Everyone's talking about Jane Street.
Right.
I know bits and pieces here, but can you explain Jane Street to me?
So it's a US-based proprietary trading firm. It's into high frequency trading. What is HFT? HFT is very simple. So within a second, within a nanosecond, within a microsecond, they execute multiple trades, multiple hundreds, thousands, and it can go to any number. So which means what kind of people can execute such trades? Very important. You need the money. First, because you hundreds and thousands of trades, lots and lots of money, millions we are talking about here. And the second thing is you need the math. You need an extremely good algorithm, an algorithm which tells you when to invest, what are the conditions in which you have invested, because there's no human intervention here. The computer does it itself. And number three, you also need a lot of high computing power.
Yes.
Apart from this is the software, now this is the hardware. So high computing power makes it possible for them to do it within split seconds and take advantage of things that would move in another 5 seconds. You just do it seconds ahead of it. So you are ahead of the game. So this is how HFT works.
Okay. And HFT is allowed in India, right?
Of course it is, sir.
Okay. Now what happened in Jane Street? Tell me.
So it had a very interesting modus operandi. Apart from all these advantages that we spoke about that Jane Street already had, it was doing something very interesting in the futures and trading options. So what it would do on the last day, FNO, works much differently than normal stock investing. So what it actually does is on the last day, on the last 30 minutes of the trade, it executes a lot of trades, and it pumps and dumps is the word that they've used. It's a vulgar word, but I'm sorry. But it actually buys, it squares off its position, and then later SEBI found out that there is no commercial sense. Why are you buying and why are you squaring off your positions? And that too so much of trade. Why it was doing it is because what it does in the last 30 minutes affects the weighted average price. And that is the price which is used for settlement price. So if you have any open positions open, and that is the base price on which it is used. So it is affecting that price, which means it's pretty much moving the index. It's also, like SEBI said, it's manipulating the market. And a few websites even call them playing God in the markets.
Okay. So would it be possible to say that this runaway prices in the market was because of HFT?
Sir, they have the power to do it. For one, there was a tweet by Nitin Kamath of Zerodha. He said something very interesting. 50% of the options trading volume comes from proprietary firms. It's not just Jane Street. We have IMC, we have Jump Trading. Many such firms exist. So can you give us any sense of how these firms, how many of these firms exist? And how did they come to exist in a market, an emerging market of India, where it's much easier to manipulate trades as opposed to an established market like the US or anywhere in Europe?
So effectively, that means that you got this blue color, this large building, 24 floors, which you can see on the screen. But this building is in Gurgaon. It has more than 8 proprietary HFT companies there, which make profits of $8 billion.
Right.
They also practice the same thing.
Of course, sir. And Jane Street itself, the scam that has come out, also they have said that the ill-gotten gains are over 36,000 crores. They've impounded 4,800 crores. Doesn't happen very often. Impounding of such a large amount. It shows that there is a lot of money in the markets. A lot of liquidity is coming from these sources and not necessarily retail, which has been or SIPs or the small money. It is the big money which is pushing the markets.
So effectively, you're saying that only about 4,800 crores have been impounded when actually the gains were 36,000 crores, right?
Right. So the final order is yet awaited,
Uh-huh.
and they've also been banned from the markets for now. But Jane Street has interestingly responded. It said that there's been a misunderstanding of how these trades are executed. It means to say that what they're doing is actually legal. Now it traverses the gray line. So ideally, you should not have so much power to control the market, but that is not their mistake if you look at it from one side. But if you see, the principles of trading are not followed here. So there is no competition commission which governs trading, etc. SEBI is supposed to do it. And number three, the exchanges actually are supposed to keep an eye on these kind of trades. That's what they do. They have a lot of data. They too have a lot of algorithms to, counter these
Monitor.
algorithms. So they should know. So, and at any given point of time, we knew what was the settlement, what are the open options that Jane Street kind of a firm is left. So, which means if it is coming close to that, then they are having an undue advantage in the markets.
Okay, if 36,000 crores are gains that Jane Street has made, others must have made some more gains in their own way.
Sure.
This could be one of the contributing factors for the rupee becoming weaker, because it converted to dollars to send the money out.
Right.
So it's quite possible that this time the amounts being converted to dollars was such a large one that even the RBI got scared that this would create problems for the dollar.
Right.
Would that be fair to assume?
Of course, sir. So the FII, FPI exit volumes that you see are not necessarily from them selling out stocks. It's actually a lot of these gains also. So, it is quite possible, sir.
And adding fuel to the fire was the fact that some concessions in taxation and trading have been given to Gift City exclusively, and almost all these foreign players come from Gift City,
right,
where there's zero tax and there are concessions, making it very attractive. So again, it's a government body, a government appointed body, a Gift City that is contributing to the scam.
So the system can be gamed for the proprietary firms. Now we have another layer of system on top of it that is aiding it also. So that is how it looks like. But I just have one question. Is it legal to execute these trades abroad? What are the laws that are different there, and what are the laws that are different
I don't know. But I remember seeing a chart from Bloomberg, which is there on the screen, which shows that India is one of the largest speculative traders in the world.
Right.
So obviously something is being done in India, either by government connivance or independently, which makes it a highly speculative country. What is the practice in other countries? Do you have any idea?
So I'm not sure. So this is again like a gray area. So this is how the wolves of Wall Street operate. So they manage the markets, and it's much easier to manage a smaller market like India.
Yes.
And if you see, before the bull run, the market was not this big. These many retail traders were not participating in the futures and options market before the whole app layer has come in and made it extremely easy. A lot more of retailers should invest in stock markets for long-term gains, for short-term gains also. But F&O is a very, very scary position. It's like an unskilled person driving a car. You do not know when it will crash. And a lot of people say that a lot of money has been made during the bull run. If you're talking about under 30, people who have invested, a lot of them have started invested when the bull run started, which means they made money. So that allures more money. So when you make money, you don't take the profit out and put it into safer things like gold, etc. The lure of stock market is akin to gambling. Do you think apps are encouraging it?
It would appear to be so, because I have only two things to go by. 10 years ago, everyone was telling the SEBI and the government of India, do not allow HFT. India is not prepared for it.
Right.
The government said, no, let it go ahead. Effectively, the government wanted F&O to go ahead. Point one. It may have tried to stop retailers from getting into F&O market, fine. But why allow the HFTs in the first place? Point one.
Mm.
Point two, SEBI looked the other way when this game was being played for the last so many years.
Right.
It's only now that SEBI actually came out with a document
Mm.
which showed how serious the situation was.
Mm.
So somewhere the alarm bells must have been ringing. What's your guess?
So, when a lot of trading firms, new format of trading, new derivatives, more and more complicated products enter the market, you bring all these experts from everywhere would come into the market. More experts means more money. So it looks like money is coming into the markets, but as we see, the size of the ill-gotten gains itself is 36,000 crores, which means as much is taken away, and from your small investor. But there is a lesson here to learn for the new age young investors. So what do you think that lesson is? Somebody had to take something away from the fact.
I guess you're a better judge because you've studied the subject more. But I guess the one lesson that you learn is don't get into trades that you don't understand.
Right.
So I don't get into cryptocurrency because I don't understand the game.
Mm.
Retail investors must not get into a game they don't understand. That's my reading of the situation.
But you know what you don't know. The whole game is about knowing what not to know. And I also think some blame should be taken by the exchanges who have not kept a closer eye. Some blame must be taken by apps also, which give the illusion that FNO is easy, or the fact that it's like a game that can be won, because real money can be lost.
I agree, but I wouldn't only blame the exchanges. I would blame the government for two reasons. One, all the apps should have been controlled by a regulator for e-commerce and trading. After making a promise in 2016, till today, we don't have an e-commerce regulator. And two, SEBI was not allowed because the government wanted to push up the market to attract investors.
True.
And so it did not do anything. It's only now when the situation had gone out of hand. And I suspect the culprit could be the RBI, realized that the rupee was weakening, and the RBI blew the whistle. That's my suspicion.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. But the government needs to put up a white paper white. Nothing happened.
True.
Thank you, Katya. Learning from you is a delight, always.
That's too humble.
Thank
of
you very much. Thank you very much. It's good for you to tell me what happened there. You'll find us now every morning at 8:15 a.m. on weekdays, where we come out with daily news, or better still, news behind the news. Do watch it.